Okay, here we are, back at it. I am still using the same show, nothing's changed. Welcome back if you've taken some time off. Today we're going to talk about groups to speed up our programming. And quite frankly, to make things a lot easier as we use the hog. Groups. How do I explain grouping? The quickest way to say it, I know for some people it's a little more abstract than others, but the quickest way to say it is that groups are a group of fixtures. Not That's all it is. If I was going to take fixtures, as we've talked about, fixtures 1 through 10, those studio colors that are on the side of the stage, and put them together as a group, I can do that. If I just want one half the stage to be a group, or if I want the front light to be a group, I can just do that. It doesn't really control functionality of the fixtures. It just basically is like a really fast way of typing in 1 through 10, enter, for example. So that way, if I just want those lights to be at full, I can just click on the group and say at full, enter, just like that, and then I've turned them all on. That's just an example. Let's see here. So let's say I want these side. How do I put these side lights over here on each side? How do I put that into a group? Well, as you notice here, we see different a set of buttons over here. We have effects, timing, group, and fixture. We're going to double click on group. Well, I guess that's still having memory problems. There's double clicked on group, and as I clicked on it, you'll know that notice that this group directory popped up, and of course there's nothing in there. It's all blank. But to set a group of fixtures in there, all you have to do is select the fixture numbers. Officially, I guess I didn't think about this. I was just reading the manual. Officially, when you want to talk to a fixture and select a fixture, you're supposed to click the fixture button officially. I I don't really do that. I don't think I've ever done that. So you select fixture. Officially, that's what they would say in the manual, fixture. So it knows that we're talking about fixtures and not anything else like effects, time, or group. So fixture numbers 1 through 10. Enter, and I'm actually going to turn this fader down. Hit highlight just to make sure. Yeah, that's what I want. And I will say record group, and I will just hit enter right now just to get you the main idea. So hit enter, and then as you see over here in groups, I have group 1. And when I hit enter, it was the first available. There's a second way of doing that. I'm going to show you the second way here. I'm like, you got to keep in mind when I wrote this, I don't have any real curriculum. I'm just shooting from the hip. I don't have a lot of time, like I said, so I'm just going at it. This video is designed for my friends. I'm posting on YouTube for everyone to use if they like, but if you don't think this is professional enough for you, then you can go watch Hog's boring manual videos. So, their way I think is a little boring, just my opinion. So, I could have gone 1 through 10, enter, record group, and I could have selected the number. Let's say if I want number 10, if I want to add group 10. Okay, now there's group 10, that popped up right there. Another way of doing it, I could have gone 1 through 10, enter, record group, and then I could have even gone right to the group's directory and just selected a group. And there it is. It's recorded, and that's just as easy as that. Or, let me hit the clear button. Or, this is the way I officially do it. I just go simply 1 through 10, record, and then I just go over to my group directory and just select one. It's that simple. And then I would go back to my console, hit the set button, so I can name the group. And we can just call these, let's see, I'll pull my keyboard out here. We just call it side. And as you see there, it's called side light. This has a grid view as well, so I can just hit the grid right there, and I could just edit these guys like so. Or I could just select it and hit insert on my keyboard, or set on the controller, and I can start naming them. You get the idea. Now, how do I delete one of these bad boys? Pretty straightforward. Well, there's two ways, but it's really straightforward. You can hold the delete key, and then if you have, it's asking me what do I want to delete. You can hold the delete key, and I'm just going to hold it on my controller because I can't be at two places at once, and then I select the group I want to delete. Should be doing it. Oh yeah, there it is. Would you like to delete? Say yes. Or I could go type in the command line here. I could go, let's say I want to delete group 20. I can go group 20 delete. Does the same thing. What's the other way that I've done it? I think that's about it. That's the only two. Sorry, I had to think about that. So then again, like I said before, group 10. I'll delete that other group. Group 10, delete. And then thanks for a second. I say yes, and it's deleted. Now this is kind of cool. How do I add a fixture to it? Like let's say if I want to add maybe the techno beams to them. It's pretty easy. You can watch this in the command line as I'm typing. Fixture 11 through 18, enter, and I'll go record group, and I could type it in here, or I could just select it, and I'll just select it, and I'll hit, instead of replacing, I want to merge them together. So bam, now I have all those fixtures in there that are in that one group. What's cool about this is that I can actually remove those from there. And I'll prove to you that there actually are in there. There's no real way to hit open and selecting it. It doesn't really work with groups like it does with the queue list. It does with most things in the hog, but not the queue list. I actually, what we can do is that we can hit programmer, and this is too big, so I'm going to adjust the size here by the size, and we'll rotate that around there. I'll hit group, and bam, everything between 1 through 18 is in there. But what if I say, nah, I don't want fixtures 1 through 10 in there anymore? Really easy. I would select fixtures 1 through 10. If you look down here, you'll see what I'm typing in. Fixture 1 through 10, enter, and it's popped up in my programmer, as you've probably noticed. But this time I would hit record. I just tap it, and you'll notice there's all these, this whole bottom row just completely changed to all types of things. Read the manual if you really want to get to know them. I'm probably not going to talk a lot about them. I don't really use them that much, but in this case, I'll show you one way I use it. This is, of course, to remove a group. So I select the fixtures and I hit record, and I got this bottom menu, and then hit remove. And it's going to know, it's highlighted in blue saying, hey, what do you want me to remove this from? Remove group from group 1. Enter, and voila, it's out of there. Then I'm going to go hit my clear button, and when I hit the clear button, the programmer is empty. And if I select the group, look at this. Fixtures 1 through 10 are not in the programmer anymore. It took care of that. That's really the gist of groups. It's that simple. You can go through and record groups all day long. One way that I've seen people do this is that they would create what's called a plan view, or think of it as a layout of the stage, where they would say, okay, if I looked at the stage, my front light is right here. So what they'll do is that they'll select some of these groups here for their front light, and then they'll have the side light on this side over here, and they'll have, you know, the techno beams in the middle, and then some backlight in the back. So that way, it's when they look at the stage, they can look down at the groups and go, oh, okay, yeah, that's where it's at. You know, it also makes it easy for people who are not used to your setup. So that's pretty much the gist of groups, the very basic setup for groups. I'm going to go set up some groups in here so that way I can program a little quicker. And yeah.